counting on about 20 minutes to get my thoughts together. I would like, on behalf of the National Forum of Greek Orthodox Church Musicians, to let you know that I was very pleased to be here. Very thankful to Angelo for all of the work that he and his board put into doing this conference. It's a wonderful conference. And I think what we all experienced this weekend was the excitement of exchanging ideas, the camaraderie of meeting each other, and really puzzling over some of the challenges facing church music in this country. I, of course, through the National Forum, actually step into 4 areas related to church music. You may not know it, but I hope that by me being here and showing support of this, that you will know that your archdiocesan music organization, music ministry, the National Forum of Church Musicians, does have a whole area of activity in Byzantine chant. And I offer that to you as a resource. Some of you are already a part of it, and we're very privileged to have many of the chanters here working with us on our various projects. You saw yesterday George point out some of the projects that we have. And we have other activities going on in the area to benefit the work of the development of chant in this country. And by being here today, I've learned of even more that we'll certainly incorporate into our work. And I welcome each of you to become active in the National Forum, because it is your music ministry, just as it is for the choir members, and just as it is for the clergy who are interested in church music, and just as it is for people who are working with the young children in church music. I was going to pass around a list, because we have a church music list. It's not a dialectical email distribution list. It's a list that I offer from my office, where I send out about once a week information related to all aspects of church music. And Angelo just gave me a wonderful list of all of our email addresses, so instead of passing around my blank piece of paper, how about if when I go home, I'll send you an invitation to a list. And I know some of you are already on it, but for those of you who wish to be on it, we'd be glad to welcome you. The vision I have, because as I sat here and listened, so much of what you've discussed, what we've discussed this weekend, is also discussed when the choir members get together. And it is very sad to me when we meet separately and discuss things that are of interest and passionately dear to all of our hearts. And so I hope that when we have another Accionistin conference, or we have other conferences of the federations, that we do more, that we commit to having us talk together. Because you will see that people who sing in choirs are also very interested in these issues of English and what do we do. They're also very interested in how do we stop the graying of our church musicians? How do we involve our children at the analogion and in the choir lofts? So there's so much that we do that we can offer each other that I hope will work to bridge together. One of the things I noticed when I was very privileged to be invited to the Antiochian Summer Music Institute, and they had a liturgy one morning, and there were probably 100 people there, and they all of them, had their music, their Byzantine music, and they chanted the Orthodox together, all of them. And then they all put down their books, and they picked up their choral books, and they sang the rest of the liturgy together. There was no such thing as chanters on one side and choir members on the other. And my dream for our archdiocese is that we come close to that vision. And I think we can, because so much of what you can see how emotional I'm getting, so much of what we've discussed this weekend are dear to many, many more people. They're dear to our clergy as well. And having them struggle with us to see what church music will be like in this archdiocese is something that I think we should all be working on together. Thank you for inviting me. I've had a very, very fine weekend getting to know you, and I hope that we'll be together again soon.